Hey, Minimum Effort here, and this week's newest card in Marvel Snap is Dormammu. A lot of people have been waiting a long time for this card, and so far it just seems like a really fun card to play, just to try and do all the steps for Dormammu to get to the summon, and a lot of people are playing him at the moment in the meta, so welcome to the Dormammu meta. There's a few things to note about Dormammu. At the moment it seems to be a little bit bugged, especially with discard. If you discard a card, that is apparently counting as the destroy part for the first activation for his spell, and that then counts towards his power. So that's something just to be aware of. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be fixed. I'm recording this on Wednesday night, so it's possible by the time this video comes out that the fix is already in place. But yeah, something to keep an eye on for Dormammu. So yeah, let me show you the deck that I've made for Dormammu. Oh wait, this isn't it. This is a Black Knight discard deck that I've put Dormammu into. I'll leave it on the screen for a little bit so you can take it if you need it. Yeah, this isn't the right deck. Sorry guys, there definitely won't be any gameplay highlights of this at the end of the video either. So yeah, the deck I have made for Dormammu is MOONMAMMU, and this is similar to the deck that I had before, that I made when Yondu was a destroy card, and it was destroying cards rather than banishing cards. I made a deck that was very similar to this, where the aim was to obviously use Moon Girl to kind of copy demons and death and all these lovely cards that can be cheap and powerful. What I've done in this deck is I've put Pixie in, because yes, you can have one Dormammu that you're summoning, but actually what you can do is if you Pixie the Dormammu and Moon Girl, if you have enough space in your hand to get two Dormammus, you don't have to summon them, because then you don't have to destroy your cards. You can just play two Dormammus, and if they're obviously cheap enough and you've got enough power into them, that's two big cards that you can put into two lanes to try and win the game. Other than that, you're kind of looking to play the kind of misery route to kind of get demons, to kind of mill your opponent's hand a bit with Yondu and Gladiator, and obviously doing that to get cheap death that you can play. And then yeah, it's just kind of the other route is doing the Dormammu stuff and trying to get as big as you can with Dormammu, and then play hopefully maybe Death or Shang Chi in another lane to lock down that lane. There's a few different kind of ways you can go with this deck, so let's run through it. The first card is Wasp. Obviously having that 0 cost card in a Pixie deck is very useful. Wasp is especially good for if you have Moon Girl and you want to do the Moon Girl copy things in your hand. If you have Wasp, you can play Wasp for free to get her out of your hand to make space for the cards you do want to copy. So yeah, that's kind of why Wasp is here. Next is Hood. Obviously we want to get that demon out. Also with the Hood, you have to be careful if you are destroying the Hood. You need to destroy another card if you are going the Dormammu route, or Dormammu will gain -3 power, taking it to 8 power. That's not great. I mean, sometimes you do play the Hood and the demon, destroy them both, and then Dormammu will get the 6 power from the demon, and you're losing the -3 Hood from the board. So you have to kind of be careful about what you're doing and what cards you have on the board that you can destroy to give that initial power to Dormammu. But yeah, obviously the demon getting the 6 power is great onto Dormammu. That's something you can do, but you can also just play maybe the Yondu and destroy that as your main way to get that first bit of power onto Dormammu. Yeah, Yondu, like I said, having that kind of mill aspect to Yondu is really good, especially with these kind of destroy decks that are playing Dormammu at the moment. If you can use Yondu to get rid of some of their cheaper cards in their deck that are having those destroy abilities, such as maybe Carnage, maybe a Venom if you're lucky, even a Deadpool, because you're banishing it, you're not destroying it. Even X-23, the same, you're banishing it, not destroying it. Maybe Wolverine. Those are kind of good targets for all these destroy decks that are playing Dormammu at the moment, as well as just being you know, destroying these low-cost cards that are potentially very good, like a Kitty Pryde or something like that. So Yondu does have good targets, and if you're playing that with Misery, that's obviously multiple targets that it can hit. Carnage, obviously a great way to destroy these cards on your board to set up for the Dormammu interactions. I also really love this variant and split that I've got at the moment. That looks really cool. But yeah, Carnage is obviously great for that. Get that hood off the board, get Yondu off the board if you need to, and yeah, give that power to Dormammu or the demon itself if you need to. Pixie, like we said, just mix up those costs of your cards in your hand. The ideal kind of Pixie targets are death, because yes, you can still get death cheap by destroying your cards with the cards in your deck, but also just a cheaper death is better anyway, because if you don't destroy that many cards, you can still find a way to get death on the board for cheap. That's great. And also obviously if you're moon girling death, a cheap death is great there too. Shang Chi being a lot cheaper is potentially very good. You could end up in some games where you Pixie Moon Girl and get 2 cheap Shang Chis. That could be potentially very good as well. And obviously Dormammu being a much cheaper card that you can potentially Moon Girl is great. Like, we did do that a couple of times in the games, as you'll see, and it's very, very useful to have 2 0-powered Dormammus. That's great. Killmonger, obviously, to destroy your 1-cost cards in Yondu, the Hood, and the Demon as well, to get that power onto Dormammu if that's the way you're going, but also just to take out your opponent's cards. Although a lot of people are playing Dormammu, so are playing similar things, Killmonger is just adding to those and getting death cheaper all round, and death is a key card in Dormammu. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, because your opponent's death will be getting cheaper as well. Gladiator is probably a flex spot in this deck. I just think it's nice to have a bit of power that you can potentially play on turn 6, where you've got the 3-cost card to summon Dormammu, and then you need to pay another 3-cost card to get some power on the board in a different lane. Because Dormammu is basically destroying cards to be summoned, you need to have another lane where you need some kind of base power to be able to win. And if you haven't played Moon Girl or Pixie or anything of those, having a 3/8 that can potentially go into another lane is really good, especially if you've got some other power in that lane already. Shang Chi, of course, power must be controlled. Shang Chi is key. There's a lot of games at the moment where, in a way, Dormammu is similar to Nightmare, because yes, you're looking to play these kind of big power cards, but you're not running any protection for them. And the reason for that is obviously you want to protect your big cards with something like Armor or Cosmo, but then the on reveals can't destroy the Cosmo to deactivate the final spell for Dormammu to summon it. And obviously with Armor you can't destroy it to summon Dormammu either. So they're the kind of main counteractions to that. So yeah, if they are playing Dormammu, they will be exposed, and obviously Shang-Chi loves exposed power. Yeah, there's a game in particular that we play where I could have skipped turn 5 and then done a few things on turn 6, and Shang-Chi would have been a big part of that. So yeah, it's kind of being aware of what you're doing. Do you have that energy on turn 6 to play Shang-Chi and other cards as well? We're not looking to kind of get energy in this deck, so you can't do the summoning for Dormammu and a Shang-Chi, so you kind of have to be a little bit careful with what you're doing. But yeah, obviously if you can Pixie Shang-Chi to make it cheaper, that's very useful too. Moon Girl, yeah, Moon Girl was probably the 12th card in this deck, but it is the most fun card in this deck, because if you're getting those copies of your cheap cards that are really useful, that's really cool, as you'll see. But yeah, you could take Moon Girl out of this deck and put something else in, but yeah, that's not as fun. Misery is obviously here to destroy those cards. Getting more demons into your hand is great. Getting more Yondu activations, getting more Gladiator interactions as well, stuff like that. Yeah, it works really well, and obviously it's destroying cards to help the Dormammu synergy. What a business word. And yeah, and then of course Dormammu. Yeah, they're big bad. So yeah, you can regularly get him up to like 18, 19 power, I found. Yeah, it's that first card that's going onto his power decides how big he's going to be, really, because there's not a lot of power you get from the second activation, unless obviously your opponent has played a lot of cards, because the cards on your side you're looking to destroy them, and you're not playing that many cards on your side. You're kind of reliant on your opponent to get those cards on the board that you can take the power from. And that's why sometimes the best way is to destroy the demon and get the demon's power onto Dormammu earlier, but then obviously it means you've got to find that power in a different lane. So yeah, so that is the deck. Oh, sorry. And Death. Nearly forgot about Death. Also, I love this split that's come from the black border and the gold. It looks really nice. But yeah, Death, obviously, destroy your cards, get Death as cheap as possible. If you can Moon Girl Death, even better. But yeah, Death is obviously great in this deck, but obviously there's a lot of destroy at the moment, and there's a lot of death at the moment, so be aware that yes, you have death, your opponent probably has death too. So yeah, this is the deck. I've played it, I think I played about 15 or so games with it tonight. My untapped stopped working for the win rate stats. When it stopped working, we were 3-1. I think overall we probably went about a 60% win rate. This deck probably could be optimized a bit better. Yeah, like I say, like Moon Girl could be something else. It could be Mobius and Mobius if you want to kind of protect those Pixie cost changes. And Mobius is also good against opposing deaths. So that is a change you can make. But yeah, I wanted to make this kind of fun Moon Girl deck again as a throwback to the previous deck that I made with it. And yeah, so this deck is working very well. And there's a lot of Dormammu at the moment. So yeah, just enjoy this gameplay, and please remember to subscribe to the channel. I bring you at least one deck a week, obviously sometimes multiple decks that you can play, fun decks, competitive decks. So yeah, please subscribe so that you don't miss out on anything. So yeah, thank you for watching, enjoy these gameplay highlights, and good luck. Cheers. Oh, okay, so yes, Moon Girl in hand is great, especially because we can get some demons as well. Astral Plane is going to screw us over potentially. We don't want the summoning ritual. We don't want to lose the summoning ritual, so actually we play nothing, and we hope that Astral Plane kills any of the other ones. Yondu's fine, not a problem. Cyclops is gone. That's a good hit for a high evo deck. We have Killmonger, so yeah, it's Yondu, Hood and Yondu. And the next turn we will Killmonger, Summoning Ritual. We have Pixie, we could maybe Pixie. Diamondback's another good hit for Yondu, that's nice. Let me have a Shang Chi as well. We could Pixie, because we have our big cards in the deck with Hood. Sorry, with Wasp. Carnage. So yeah, potentially some low rolls there. Do worry about destroying this demon. I mean, we are going to have to destroy stuff anyway, actually, so let's do this, and then we can Killmonger next turn. That's a weird place to play USA Agent, considering that we can't play 4, 5s, or 6s in that lane. They would have been better off playing that somewhere else. Wasp is a 8 cost card, that's nice. So Killmonger into Summoning Ritual. And then Dormammu will get the power from the demon. And then we will have to play probably Moon Girl on the Killmonger lane with the next spell. We do take out the Silver Sable, that's one more destroy, that's kind. So Dormammu goes to 16 power. He was a 0 cost Dormammu. Can we pull him with Moon Girl? Oh, we can pull him with Moon Girl. Okay. Holy shit. Right, this is what we're going to do. Moon Girl, we're going to get as much power for Dormammu as possible. And summoning ritual, so yeah. Moon Girl copies these 3. And then the summoning ritual will give us space for the last stage of it. I mean, not that we actually need to use it, because obviously we're going to be playing our Dormammus anyway. We don't need to summon them. And yeah, we probably don't want to play it into the big house, even though we can, because it's 0 cost. But Shang Chi, actually no, we are. Actually, no, we can take out the Ajax with. Oh, we can take that out with Shang Chi, but do we want to? I don't think they're ever expecting us to do this. I mean, is that enough for us to actually win middle, though? It's not, is it? But we can't really play Shang-Chi anywhere else. Are they going to have Hulk or something? Yeah, we can't win mid, so I think instead, and they're probably not going to play Hulk into right lane because of US agent. So yeah, Dormammu left. Right, sorry, actually. This one has 3 more power, so we are going to go that one right, this one left with Shang-Chi, and let's see what we can hit. It's 1 card, it's high evolutionary, it's Dormammu right, it's Dormammu left, plus a Shang-Chi. That is the exact line that we are looking for. So yeah, it's not lots of power, but like you can't argue with 0 cost Dormammus in 2 lanes. So yeah, that will do nicely. Okay, yes, we start with Dormammu in hand with Moon Girl and Yondu. And what's called Tower. Yeah, Yondu mid. Takes out the Deadpool. That's good because it's banished, not destroyed. That's the one good thing about Yondu, I suppose. I would much prefer Yondu to be destroy again. Mostly it works better in this deck to get death cheaper, but yeah, we can't have everything. I wonder if they'll change that back at some point. Right, so we have taken out their Deadpool. We do need to Killmonger on the Yondu and play the Summoning Ritual to get this going, and then see what cards we can get. They are getting extra energy next turn then, because we're going to take out their X23 unless it goes into the right lane. We have just nabbed a free Wolverine. Thanks very much. That's worked out quite nicely. Yeah, Dormammu goes to 13. And Wolverine on our side actually gives us that destroy for the final part of the ritual. It's Carnage as well, so we just need to be careful about what we are going to destroy, because actually the Carnage will destroy the Wolverine, and we don't want that. So I think we have to play. It's going to be hard for us to play for Mojo World as well. But I think we play Gladiator mid. We do have Shang-Chi. Venom for them. Does that go only to 9 power? Dormammu's now 15 power. It's Gladiator mid. Pulls a Kid Omega. What a shame. Take that, Kid Omega. Right. I think we have to take out This is the problem, isn't it? It's like, what can we actually destroy? We have to destroy these two, I think. Which sucks. And then do we Carnage the Wolverine now to get that bigger? And then see what we can play next turn? I think we have to, really. Although they can play more cards, obviously, into Mojo World. Where did Wolverine go? He goes left again. There's Elixir. Brings back the Kid Amiga, you're kidding me. Right, okay, so they do have priority. And Kid Amiga, they can destroy something and Kid Amiga can gain its power. Oh, we're trying to Demon's Blade. I mean, they're just going to play Death, right? It's just going to be too big. Unless they don't play here. Do we play Hood here for the body? It's basically 15 power. If they get something big, yeah, it's a risk, but I think we have to do it for the bodies and hope they don't play into this lane and play here because it's protected. They, of course, play left. Yeah, it's Death. Zola, okay.
Two more shall take its place.
They didn't Kid Amiga.
Power must be controlled.
Who's got more power? It is just us, so yeah, we were right to play the Hood. And yeah, Shang Chi took care of that for us. They didn't activate the Kid Amiga. Because it would have only been on Arnhem Zola. Cool. Yeah, it wouldn't have counted as the Death being destroyed. So yeah, cool. That worked out nicely. Yeah, we had to play the Hood into Mojo World to maintain the 3 cards there. And Dormammu was big enough to win it. So yeah, cool. Cool. Let's see what cards we get. So we've got Moon Girl, Shang Chi and Carnage. Misery. Okay. This guy seems to recognise me. I too am nervous. Right, okay, so they played the Hood. Otto's Lab. So yeah, we also play the Hood. Next turn it's Demon Carnage Summoning Ritual. I'm sure they're doing the same. They play Cable, okay. This could be a kind of a slightly different mill version of the deck. Pixie, oh, there was Wasp in deck as well, but we need turns for this ritual. Yeah, stick with it. Don't want to risk playing anything in Otto's Lab just yet. Obviously, if they do, Pixie would be great to pull. It's a demon for them. It pulls Shang Chi, not great. Not particularly happy about that. So Dormammu goes to 7. 17, sorry. Right. We do potentially have Misery for the Shang-Chi reactivation. I think we need to move Pixie now. The Summoning Ritual we can play. They have priority. I think we do this. We are going to destroy the Pixie and Carnage anyway. Phoenix Force is now the Hood, so they are getting an extra demon. And we do have Killmonger as well. This could be interesting for priority final turn. It's final turn. If we throw priority, we could have Killmonger and Summoning Ritual for final turn. And we've got 3 cost Dormammu as well. We just don't have enough space to do Moon Girl and get 2 Dormammus in hand, which sucks. What we're going to do instead then... we could still get priority, but it means they've got to play something into Vibranium Mines. It does mean we summon Dormammu now. They have gone full mid, okay. So it's Fire Hat and Venom. So yeah, we are going to have priority now. So they've got, yeah, they've got a lot of demons. No, we could have skipped. We could have maybe skipped to play Dormammu and Killmonger last turn. And we can only play 1 card. Oh no. We are going to reactivate the Shang Chi with Misery and see what they stack in this lane. They might just put a load of demons in this lane. Let's see. We will have 11. No, we'll only have 8 power mid. Let's see what we can do. They have gone full into those lanes.
Power must be controlled.
Venom is destroyed. What have they got left? It's Death and Demon. Yeah, well played. Gladiator can't pull anything really for us. That was a Yondu. Thanks for that, guys. So yeah, if we would have... yeah, some of them might be later, we still wouldn't have had enough to win this lane anyway because of what they did. Actually, no, we would have done because we would have destroyed the demon with the Killmonger. So yeah, we were better off skipping priority then. And playing a late game. Okay, yeah. I think because of the Phoenix Force and because they were pulling the demons, yeah, we should have thought about that. Thought about that a bit more. So yeah, lessons learned. Okay, so Moon Girl, Shang Chi, Gladiator in hand, and Misery. So yeah, we need some lower cost cards that we can potentially destroy. Nicholas Scratch for our opponents. So this is probably an Agamotto deck. Carnage would only destroy the Ninja. That's not good for Dormammu. Hawkeye Fish. Good. Okay, so think we go the Dormammu route in this game. Maybe not just yet anyway. Guardian hits the Ninja. Okay. Surge. It gets 1 bonus and then destroys. We can Misery the Gladiator as well. The real problem is we can't get any Moon Girl advantage because these cards are in the way. So we would have to... I mean, we could do Pixie Carnage and then the Summoning Ritual. That at least gets some power onto Dormammu in case we pull him. So Agamotto is 11 power. We can Shang Chi him. Pixie, of course, has mixed up the costs. So Dormammu is now a 3 cost for us, that we can see that. That is one good thing about the Pixie in this deck, is you can actually see if you do the Dormammu spells, the cost of Dormammu that is there. So what we need to do instead, we know we're not going to be able to really use Dormammu, so we're going to throw right. Yeah, Shang Chi onto Agamotto. We play the Hood right, because then we'll play Demon potentially next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Acid Arrow's fine for us. Grapple Arrow as well is only going to move something over, which is also good for us, because it's moving something away from where we are looking to win. So we have Demon, we have Moon Girl, we have Misery, we have a Death. Get in. Right. So Death here. 18 power. That seems pretty good. 17 power here. I think we throw the Wasp right as in the middle as well. Yeah, I've got nothing to gain from Misery. I think, yeah, we go with this. Galacta into Images of Icon, which is only Hawk. Okay, Bishop. Yeah, we're good. So yeah, we were right to abandon the Dormammu play there, and focus on just getting our power down on the board with Demons and Death. Cool. Yep. There's a few different ways you can play this deck, and obviously that's one of them. So yeah, cool. Okay, cool. So we have Pixie, Misery, and Yondu. And Xandar is the first location. So, oh, and Moon Girl as well. So potential to get some good Pixie hits that we can then double up with Moon Girl. So we've taken out their Zabu. Mansion. Okay, so yeah, what we're going to do, they're going to Pixie mid, so I think ideally we can Gladiator into Xandar and then maybe Misery into Xandar, and maybe get some good hits from those. Let's Kid Omega, this fucking guy, yeah. Astral Plane. If Astral Plane pulls a Hood, that would be great. There is a risk with Gladiator. Yeah, let's see. Don't play anything else. Gladiator hits the Nimrod. Not great. Okay, though. At the very least, that stops their Kid Omega from maybe doing more stuff. We got a free Hood. They got a free Symbiote. Of course, that is going to mix with the Nimrod. Okay, so we do get Moon Girl. So it's Misery into Summoning Ritual. Yeah, we don't get an extra demon. But we might have to play Moon Girl and this demon to get the double Dormammu for the final turn. Let's see what we can get. So Galacta. And they have merged. Symbiote's must move Nimrod. if we can't get Shang Chi, there's potential that we can move the Nimrods kind of away, but they do then stack up in the other lanes. Always Gladiator going to hit Zola, hits the Galacta. What did Venom? Okay, so we took out Venom. So that's potentially one. Carnage. Okay, so yeah, it has to be Moon Girl with it's I'll just talk through it. It's basically it's about the cards that Moon Girl's going to copy. If we play Summoning Ritual, we're only going to get copies of Hood, Demon. We will get Hood, Demon, and Dormammu, but we could get 2 copies of the Summoning Ritual if we play that next turn. So actually, yes, we are going to play Demon, because then we can play Summoning Ritual, Dormammu, and then that should be pretty big. Let's see what it's going to be. Black Panther, wow, they are going to be pretty big. If we can pull a cheap Shang Chi, that would be lovely. No, we can't, can we? Because we fulfill our hand. Okay, so where do we play? So obviously there's more cards there. They're going to be destroying stuff. They've got priority. So yeah, it's Summoning Ritual. Probably these 2 lanes. And then where are we most likely to win? I think it's here and here. Yeah, they're going to destroy here. They don't really want to destroy the Kid Omega here, though. So yeah, the Nimrod will destroy here. If they're able to destroy 2, it will be this lane and this lane, and then they'll move that way. So I think this is our best chance of getting power. It's those 2 lanes. It's Elixir, which pulls the Black Panther. And Symbiote Spider-Man, yes. Actually, we would have been better off going left. I don't think we have enough. Do we have enough power? Yeah, we would have won mid. It's 31 power. It's 19. So yeah, obviously that 19 power left would have won. But yeah, obviously Elixir brings back the Black Panther, that's why they played it and destroyed it. And they knew that it was 24 power, they were banking on the 24 power Kid Omega being too much. So yes, there's lots to learn playing this deck, particularly against these Kid Omega decks, that when this card is more readily available, we're going to see lots of games like this. And I don't think that's great. I think this card is really, really good. But yeah, from our side, yeah, I think we did the right plays to get the most power. I'm intrigued why one Dormammu has more power than the other, because it's a copy. So all the power does seem to go onto the original one, and the copy stays at the power it is when it's copied. Right, okay, so that's why there's 2 different powers on them. Okay, cool, but yeah, so that was a winnable game, ultimately. Yes, they had loads of power and they had really good draws, and obviously we pulled Gladiator, which didn't help us much. But yeah, no, that was a winnable game. It's a shame you lost that one. Oh, Death, Yondu and Shang-Chi, starting hand. And Collapse Mine. Okay. We're winning 2 lanes. It's not worth it. We might as well just skip. They played infantry, so they're going to play Killmonger.
Rest in peace.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, Yondu. Hopefully take out Deadpool or something. Carnage. Space Stone. Oh, it's Thanos, isn't it? Okay. So they've got a 0 Dormammu, a 0 Gladiator. We've pulled the Reality Stone. Okay. So electrical is, well, it is filled, but if they have Killmonger, that will change things. So we're going to play the Gladiator and the Wasp now to get at least the Abby draw, which is Carnage. It's Killmonger.
Impressed.
Right, we have Death down to 0. I'm sure they do as well.
Great power comes.
Oh man, Uncle Ben every time. Right. And they play the Summoning Ritual on Uncle Ben into Dormammu. So we have Shang Chi. So if they have priority, we can kind of see maybe what they're doing. Gladiator pulls Venom. That's not bad. Takes out 2 of their cards for the Dormammu Ritual. So they're now going to have to probably play this on here because Dormammu's already there. Okay. We could... I think, yeah, we Pixie and Carnage and not Summoning Ritual middle because we don't want any rocks. We can do that. If we can get something like a Moon Girl next turn, we can at least get 2 deaths. So their Dormammu's at 15. That was just a copy of Dormammu, wasn't it? So that's not going to change anything. They can just destroy that then, that's fine for them. And Wolverine goes right, so they can destroy that too. Killmonger. It is Killmonger. If they are going to play Dormammu, you think they're going to destroy these 2 cards because they'll get the proc from Wolverine. They do have it, it's just whether or not they do it now. So ideally for us, we want to win. They destroy this location or this location? Yeah, we can't play Shang-Chi now, basically. So we do Summoning Ritual in this lane. Kill one here. Yeah, let's see what they play. Soul Stone. Power Stone. Summoning Ritual middle. So the Dormammu's at 15 power. Ours at 15, theirs goes to 14. Okay, so. And we took out their stones. So. And a rock. So. This is how we play this. They have priority. We have to play because they're going to play Thanos, right? Because Thanos starts in hand. So they will play Thanos. Where are they going to play Thanos? Here? Or here? They're probably thinking they're two lanes ahead already. Because we could Shang Chi and Death, but is that going to be enough? Yeah, we just don't have enough to play the summoning ritual on its own. Plus, there might not be enough power anyway if they do play Thanos there. I think it's this. I think we have to rely on Shang-Chi mid being enough and them trying to win maybe another lane. They didn't play anything mid. It's Thanos left.
Power
Must be controlled. And Death takes the win. Cool. Yeah, so that was the right thing to do. If we had played Shang-Chi left, yes, that would have been fine, but then Death wouldn't have been big enough in mid, so we would have had to rely on it being right. There's too many variables. I think because you have Shang-Chi and you know that Dormammu is there, and that's an obvious target, I think you can just take that out. They have to rely on you having Shang-Chi in your hand to destroy that card. And then 12 power of Thanos is quite a lot as well. They could have maybe stacked it up here to go higher, but then that's reliant on Shang-Chi plus something, and obviously we had the cheap Death, so that works out nicely for us. Cool. Oh, whoops, I've clicked on the wrong deck to play, and I pressed record. Never mind, let's play this one instead then. Yeah, this is the Cheeky deck. Let's see what we can do with this. Mirror no cards revealed. As long as we don't pull anything bigger than Red Skull next turn, we can Lady Sif and Summoning Ritual, and then Dormammu will go to 25 power. So we do not want to draw Dormammu next turn. Death, okay, we'll draw the Death instead. That's okay, we can do that. So yeah, Lady Sif into Summoning Ritual. The thing to remember is that yes, Lady Sif will discard the Death, but because it's then merging with Dormammu, it is not available for Ghost Rider. So Ghost Rider is here just for that extra discard in case you get a good one. We can do that, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, so Dormammu goes to 23 power. Sorry player, very, very sorry. They're playing a Jeff and a Green Goblin, okay. This could be Galactus. In which case, it could be Galactus. We are going to stop the Jeff from moving, because he's unlikely to move it now, right? We're not too worried about... He's gone.
Victory.
No, I'm not going to remove him. Yeah, I think he saw maybe what was coming. Yeah, this is... I'm not sure how long it will be before this deck is unable to be played. By the time this video comes out, it might already be fixed. But yeah, this is something that you can do to take advantage of the game, basically. I'm not happy about it, but I think we need to show you for science. That's my explanation anyway. Oh, would you believe it? I've pressed start game on the wrong deck again. Unbelievable. Okay, yeah, we're still discarding stuff just to see what happens. Okay. So yeah, Lady Sif again with Death. If we can pull Black Knight, that will be good. So it's Hood. A lovely demon for them. Draw a 1-cost card. Oh, it gives us Blade. Not the Black Knight. That's less good. Okay, cool. So yeah, it will be again Lady Sif next turn onto Death. It's Fire Hair as well, so they are playing some kind of mill deck. That's fine. Astral Plane, man, come on. Right, Lady Sif into Summoning Ritual. Yondu takes out our Black Knight. Unbelievable. Cable steals a card. wonder what happens with Cable. If it takes Dormammu, are we still able to summon it? Is that still our card? So it did the summoning ritual. Oh, it was just a 0. Okay, fine. So we've still got Dormammu, so they haven't taken that. That's okay. In which case... they've got 3 cards there. They have priority. They're likely to misery this turn, right? So... I think we do this, and then we get more power from them. It is misery. Oh, the fire, it's fast forward, okay. So our Dormammu's at 24 power. Gladiator pulls a gladiator. Our deck is empty, is that right? Our deck is empty because they milled with Cable. So we can... what do we need to do? We need to destroy the card. So it has to be Moon Knight, because Moon Knight will discard Proxima Midnight, which could go into... will go into Astral Plane, I believe. And then we will summon the ritual, blah blah blah, do that. Yeah, I think this is all we can do anyway, so... Ephemeris Wolf, right. We've only had cards banished, so they can't get anything from our Ephemeris Wolf. So... it's not enough for us to win anyway. Let's play it out. Assuming maybe they don't play mid, but they probably will. They played 3 demons right. How many cards they got in hand? They've got 3 in hand. They've had 1 card left, which is Red Skull. Ephemeris targets nothing. We discarded Dormammu. And the summoning ritual doesn't work. No. We shouldn't have played Blade. I don't think... what was the stats? Dormammu 24. Only 20... right, hang on, that's plus 3 power from that, so take 3 away, it's 29. Dormammu here would have been 24. Plus the 3 is 27. Plus the 2 from Red Skull is 29, so we would have tied there, but still lost the tiebreaker. Okay, yeah, obviously, yeah. Note to self: don't discard Dormammu. Okay, so we've got Dormammu, Blade, and Red Skull in hand. Can Blade have a good target? Proxima Midnight. There are better targets, so I think we hold off. Or do we? Do we just play it? Let's hold off. Let's hold off. Let's see what we can draw next turn. They've got a Soul Stone and a free Proxima Midnight. That's something. A Monster Island, a Monster each. We should have just done the Blade on the Proxima Midnight. Okay, Moon Knight is going to discard Proxima Midnight or whatever is drawn next turn. Possibly Giganto, possibly Death. Let's try it out. Okay, so it's probably going to be Ghost Rider. Let's do this. It's Reality Stone into this tower. That becomes cloning bats. Lady Sif is going to discard Dormammu, which we don't want to do, and the Proximate Midnight was not discarded, so that's still there. Where did our ritual go? Moon Knight discarded it. Okay, we still have potential with Blade and Ghost Rider and Lady Sif Ghost Rider, but we need a big hit next turn. The Dormammu is only at 12. We don't mind that just yet. It's death. Okay, that is more positive. It's got to be Blade. Yeah, let's see what we can draw. Poundstone Killmonger. That's a lot of Red Devil. Three. Okay. So yeah, obviously we are discarding death, but yeah, we would have had a 1-cost death next turn.
Coming for you.
So we're ahead by 10 this lane. We just don't have enough energy to do both of Lady Sif into Ghost Rider. That would have discarded Dormammu to be brought back. But what we have to do instead then I think it's this. We have to think they're going to play probably Thanos somewhere. And yeah, these are the lanes we're winning, so we focus on winning these and see if it's enough. 3 cards. Carnage. So it's Death left till we win that. Wolverine right. And Venom right. Where does this Wolverine go? It goes left, but we still win by 1.
Enough said, bub.
And that Wolverine goes right, and we are still ahead. Cool, yeah, we take that one. So yeah, cool. We managed to do that without Dormammu. Yeah, we're still able to put enough power on the board. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I just wanted to play a few games with this deck, just to show you what it can do. Yeah, obviously it's got to be fixed probably by the time you watch this. Although with second dinner, who knows how long things take. So yeah, this is an option if you want to play something that is taking advantage of the game a bit. And just have a bit of fun. So yeah, I hope you don't mind that I've played this deck. Yeah, I thought it was important to just show you a capable deck of what is possible in the game at the moment. Yes, it's not meant to work this way, but do you know what? It's only a game. Just give it a play. So yeah, cool.